Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the premier USFL 20 team fantasy football league. Man, I got a quick start. A lot of changes this year with team owners moving. So let's go over that first before I get to the nitty gritty. James moved to Birmingham. James Hayes is now a Stallion. Henry is out. Health problems. Keep Henry in your prayers. He's having a big surgery coming up soon. He may be back with us. I pray he'll heal well and do well after his surgery. Jake is moving to the boats. He always told me he wanted to move to the boats if it ever came available, and with James' move, Jake is now with the boats. Jason is going to be doing the scheduling as far as I know it. I haven't gotten in touch with Jason, but he wanted to back out this year, take a break, maybe a permanent break. So with that, the Portland Breakers are no more, and now the New Orleans Breakers move into the Central, and Kevin takes them and leaves Arizona. Arizona will be our vacant team. I've never really found anybody. Kevin, from the inception, was with Arizona, and he has the opportunity to move the Breakers now. With that said, the Breakers move into the Central, moving out the San Antonio Gunslingers. San Antonio Gunslingers are going to be taken over by Matthew Farishi, and that leaves the Miami Spirit of Miami open, of which I will be taking. I've moved here to Florida to the Eastern time zone, and so I guess it's appropriate. I'm going to be in the East. Going to play this year, going to find somebody from Miami, but I'm not going to try this year. So I'll be running the Spirit of Miami and having a little fun with you guys. And then Tina, of course, taking the Feds, and then El Briscoe's leaving us. Found this out today. Duncan remains there with the LA Express. I will take, of course, Matthew's team, the Spirit, and then the Wranglers, of course, as I said, are now open. Now, all these changes that have been made had to reset the draft one more time after I opened things up. And in doing so, that has reset all of the draft picks as if no one has traded a draft pick. The only thing I'll have to do, which I did in the beginning before all these changes started to take place, Randy's dire need trade, I'll reset that from last year. Remember, we do have a dire need trade option that still does exist. The committee is going to look further into this and refine this as we go forward. No dire needs will be executed or made until the season starts, so we will fine-tune that. It seemed to work well. Randy made that move last year. He was the only one to do so. But I'll make that difference. That was a trade where Randy got a player, really needed a player, and traded I think a 6th-round draft pick. I've got it on the main league page with James Hayes. So we'll get that fixed up. Now, new on the agenda, John Pahala had talked about the moving the keepers to the back a year ago, and maybe us doing it offline. I was like, no way we could do that. I gave that to the committee, and they were like, well, there's no way that we can get all these guys together and do something offline. Well, lo and behold, ESPN offered up the option to change and move the keepers to the back if we chose to. So the committee has decided that we just need to have a simple vote on this. As commissioner, I made the mistake of just jumping and doing it because John Pahala had a poll last year. I think we got it maybe 10 or 11 to say they wanted to move them to the back. Now, with that said, I don't know if anyone is going to come forward with a video on this, but with a pros and cons of moving them to the back versus the front. But we're going to have a vote on this. Look for the poll coming in tonight. And all I can say is that when you move the keepers to the back, and I'm surely not going to insult anyone's intelligence, but I found out, and then Mark brought something forth, that it is quite a change if we do change that. We've never done it before. We've always had the keepers at the front. But nothing really changes except the keepers are at the back. Now, what I see that this does is it allows those guys that have the first, second, third, fourth pick in the draft to exercise an option there. Usually, those are the weakest teams, the teams that are drafting early. They have a little bit more power here to utilize their first round pick or second round pick or third round pick just a bit. And it probably should, I think that works well for the weaker teams to start out and be able to do something with their first round pick if they chose to trade it away. But just remember, you'll be, of course, trading for first, second, third round picks or fourth or fifth or whatever, but you'll have that option if we go with the keepers at the back. So we're going to vote that in. Everyone knows how it works on the front end. I just want to make sure everybody wraps their head around uh, if we do change that setting by vote. And I would encourage everyone to not make any trades for draft picks until they completely know what the ruling is going to be. This will not take long. Um, I'm looking for 17 votes. If the vote is 10 to 2, uh, we're going to get ready to almost close that down. We'll be looking for that 11th vote for or against keepers for in the front or in the back. So um, I haven't done much explaining. I don't think there's any advantage either way. This is a matter of really, if the league wants to try something new with keepers at the back, we can always go back to the way it was, or if they want to keep it the same. So that's kind of what it's going to boil down to. We've had a lot of votes and polls where we either keep it as it has been or change it. And sometimes if we vote to change something, then the committee would be looking closely at that as how best to change it and take ideas from the rest of the league. So not a lot of complicated things here. I will say that making the moves I have made has reset since the league has opened back up just a few weeks back. Any trades that were made for draft picks, those are all reset. Well, one says, well, damn, something, I made that trade and I really wanted it. Well, you can renegotiate it. The league is now completely reset. Everyone is where they need to be. Most people moved up from maybe a second or third choice to their first choice. Maybe someone else might have just wanted to change, and owner wanted to just run another team. But we're here. We are going to have the open team, the Wranglers, which I will currently run or try to run. Um, if anyone, I certainly don't have the rights to run two teams. So if someone wanted to run a team, of course they'd have to be out of that division and in another division. If somebody wanted to run a second team, you can certainly come forth and tell me you want to do that by personal message. But anyway, that's it, guys. If anyone else wants to present scenarios or ideas, I think John Pahala might do something like that as he presented before, why he thinks that the trades at the back are a better design than trades at the front. So draft picks, keepers at the front, so keepers at the back. So sorry. So that's pretty much it. Any questions, ask. The poll is up. Please vote in the poll. And if you are not sure how to vote because you have a question, there are a lot of resource people, John Pahala, myself, Mark Nemi, and I have talked about this a lot, and there are others. You can certainly ask anyone. Make sure you befriend. I'm sorry, not befriend, but you ask for a friend request, and that everyone is friends with everybody within the group, so you can do some private messaging and negotiating if you have to. All right. Well, I'm at the 10 minutes. Good luck to everyone. The league is pretty much set, and we're pretty much ready to go. Be nice for me to find a really truly passionate person. We are unique because we play hard and we play through and through, and it's not a lot of guys like us. So to find somebody like that to fill that spot is really what I'm looking for. All right, guys, have a great week.